After Hours Gaming League, week number 8 between Amazon and Zynga. My name is Day9 from Day9 TV, and I'm delighted to let you know that we are in the midst of an ace match between Zynga and Amazon, going into game number 5. We have in the top right from Team Amazon, Metzel Mats, and in the top left, suggesting that you play Farmville on Facebook, especially if you value having tons of fields and chickens. Preposterous, the Zynga Zerg, a ZVZ to rule them all, they say. Now, I want everyone in the chat to start cheering out loud, and by out loud I mean typing it and screaming in real life. What team you want to win. If you want the Amazon to pull the comeback and take a win, just type 3, 2, 1, Amazon fighting! In the top left, if you want Zynga to win, 3, 2, 1, Zynga fighting! For any of you who are unaware of the format of the After Hours Gaming League, two teams duke it out a week before the match. Each team submits a lineup for the first 4 games. So that way, each team has one full week to prepare for their respective match. You will know if you're up against an Amazon, or up against a Zerg, up against a Protoss. You will know that long in advance. Unless you get to the ace match, when two teams are tied 2-2, then each team decides on the spot who to send out. You may send out any player who has played or not. Anyone on your team may engage. And keep in mind, these two players are playing for the chance to be the number 1 team in division number 4 on the right. Zynga is 2-0 in the entire group. Amazon is 1-1 right now. If Amazon could secure this victory over Zynga, that means that Amazon would be 2-1, Zynga would be 2-1, and both teams would have the opportunity to advance to the final 8 playoffs. Looks like Preposterous has already thrown down a gas and a pool. He wants to be cool. He's not a fool. He's going to get that pool out early and do a little bit of Baneling pressure, but Metzel Mats is giving me a Metzel heart attacks by doing the exact same build that lost him a match in game number 2, I believe it was. Metzel Mats is in a good bit of trouble. Last time he did this build, he didn't have enough Banelings or Zerglings up in time when his opponent did that first speed Zergling attack. We might be seeing a repeat of game 2 all over again. And we know that history repeats itself, but when history repeats itself within an hour, that stings a lot. That's a real testament to the pain of human learning. Looks like Metzel Mats, though. Will he prove that evolution is possible? Evolution within the hour of thinking and strategy and thought and things that begin with a TH sound? Or will Preposterous, with his early expanded Ling pressure, be able to take it out? We just don't know. Either way, I still wish Cicero was in this game so I could use the phrase Ciceronage one more time. Looks like Preposterous is going for his Baneling nest after his Zergling speed. Likewise, Metzel Mats getting his Baneling nest up. Getting that Baneling nest up. And it looks like a little bit of Ling pressure from Preposterous gets shut down. Metzel Mats feeling calm, feeling good. Metzel Mats now getting up his double queen. Oh, triple queen. Triple queen! Triple queen coming up from Metzel Mats. In the left position, we have Preposterous. Will he be able to put that pressure on that he needs? I really feel like Preposterous needs to start adding on a lot of Zerglings if he wants to do any sort of necessary damage. As we go to that unit tab, we see that there are actually not that many Zerglings out for the Zynga Zerg. The Amazoni Zerg is actually getting his Banelings up already has a queen there ready on the ramp. Has a third. All the queens are ready. It's a queen party. They're going to do their poking. They managed to successfully thrash this Zergling, but of course he's going to go home and be fine and heal like a boss. He is not unlike Wolverine in that regard. Wolverine's actually great at healing. He has a regeneration ability. I think he's a class 3 mutant. I don't know if anyone in the chat wants to check. I think he might be class 4. I don't know. Definitely not class 5. Metzel Mats now getting his Creep Tumor to join these bases together and is getting so many Banelings. So many Banelings. If I had to use a number to describe the number of banelings, I would use the number so many, and it looks like Preposterous is coming up with also many banelings, but this one lone baneling from Metzelmatz has a little bit of ominosity to him. We do see in that drone differential, the Amazani Zergy is looking really good. It looks like the triple queen. Oh no! Total biff by Metzelmatz at the start, and now it looks like starting to run in. Great hit on that one baneling. Can he manage to evade? No, he doesn't. He loses a lot of banelings right at the start. 3 queens still do remain, but we see that the drone count is still doing great for the Amazon Zerg. He lost 7, and he's still ahead by 7. He is looking quite good, relying on his virtually only baneling defense, and right now Preposterous does have a spine crawler up, defending, preparing for some sort of counterattack, but the honest truth is that the Amazon Zerg has absolutely no intention of attacking at any point in time. His build was very clearly structured to defend. The 3 queen play right at the start allows him to poke the eyes out of the little baneling stepping forward. And Metzelmatz doing a very nice job of injecting that larva, still trying to distribute the energy so he has enough for some sort of transfusion should he need to do that. And look at the swift layer coming up from the Amazon Zerg. Also getting the Roach Warren up. Looks like we may have a speed Roach timing on our hands. And likewise, we see Preposterous starting to add on to his geyser count. Has 3 total about to be mining and up and functional and operational, but I would be very scared about that Roach speed timing, even if for some reason we see, ooh, nice positioning there by Metzelmatz. Even if Preposterous does manage to have an equivalent number of Roaches, Metzelmatz will have control of the map for a solid length of time. With those speed Roaches, can easily attack and pull back whenever he pleases. Metzelmatz actually abandoning a position outside the front, opting to start heading into the main base. Looks like Metzelmatz is confident that his pair of lings is going to be more than enough, and there's the Overseer now. We'll be able to get full vision. And this is going to be an ultra painful moment in the life of Preposterous. Preposterous is going to see that Overseer in his base. When his own layer is half done, he's going to know that that Roach speed upgrade is way behind, and look at Metzelmatz springing into action. Hatchery going down, 3rd hatchery. Hydralisk Den, there's Preposterous stepping on in, sees the amount of tech that is done and out for his opponent. Plopping down an Evo chamber as well. And it looks like Preposterous has a number of options at this point in time. He can rely largely on Infestors and expanding. He looks like he is taking a 3rd, Preposterous with a very nice 3rd timing. This is actually quite safe if you perform it correctly. Also, we see that the Overlord spread in the center of the map is absolutely excellent, having great vision on virtually every attack angle that could become swinging at him. And Metzelmatz, up to this point in time, has literally pretty much just been droning. We haven't really seen any units being produced out of him yet. He's also getting the Infestation Pit, making sure he has all his bases covered, getting the upgrades. We see over in Preposterous's base that things are a little bit more focused, just staying largely with the Roach tech, not doing too many deviations. We see that there are more Roaches out right now for Preposterous, but 11 are en route. For the Amazani Zergy, Metzelmatz demonstrating that if he doesn't die to any of that early pressure, he can very well swing back forward with an extremely potent mid and late game. Creep spread continuing to be quite good. You don't really need to extend the creep desperately towards the opponent in the way you would against a Terran or a Protoss, but you absolutely need to connect your bases together in Zerg vs. Zerg. Being able to bounce back and forth between all your bases, very, very, very key in any Zerg matchup, especially when you're against those speedy Zerglings and speed Roaches of your opponent. Preposterous continuing to just Roach it up. He knows that until he has speed, he can't move out. And right now, with the 10 extra drone advantage, Metzelmatz is going to be able to easily keep up with the Preposterous Zerg Preposterous. But if Preposterous gets but a single good angle, that could be a game changer. Right now, Preposterous is behind on the Roach count, but as we see more and more and more pop out, we're going to see that these players will remain neck and neck. Oh no, the first big engagement. Metzelmatz doesn't have most of his Roaches. Will he actually lose any? No, they managed to escape in time. This is one of those reasons why Metzelmatz is happy that he did get his Roach speed upgrade up first. We also see that it looks like Burrow being researched. This will definitely help in those Roach versus Roach battles if controlled properly. We see Metzelmatz now trying to get up as much stuff as he can in terms of units, avoiding economy largely, getting those infestors up. Oh, does he have the pathogen glands upgrade? He does. One big fungal, and that will be lights out for Preposterous, who's now starting to move forward. +1 done for both players. Preposterous, though, doesn't have his Burrow upgrade yet, and the concave advantage very much so going towards Metzelmatz. It looks like Preposterous goes for a quick retreat in that unit's loss tab. We see it looks like many more of the red Zerg units are starting to die, and it looks like Metzelmatz manages to successfully pull himself back. Preposterous still building pretty much just Roaches. He has this expansion up, but isn't even mining from it. Metzelmatz in almost the same position. Nice positioning on those Banelings. Would be some nice LOL surprise Banelings should a Ling counterattack come in. But oh my gosh, look at this. Metzelmatz starting to spring forward. He's starting to spring forward with a huge push in the unit station. We see that they both have huge Roach numbers, but the Roach number advantage goes to Metzelmatz. Positionally rocked by Preposterous. Oh my gosh, perfect concave by Preposterous, but a couple of fungals is going to mean some serious pain. There's some huge fungals, and the overwhelming numbers of Metzelmatz might just be a little bit too much. The great defense by Metzelmatz at the start of the game, now adding on 16 more Roaches, rallying them to the front line. Metzelmatz may have done the unthinkable and pulled a nice comeback. A Burrow does go down for Preposterous, manages to start target firing those infestors, take them down, but is it too late? The third under a ton of pain. And the Amazoni Zergy may have taken down the Zynga Zerg. Preposterous. Oh, Preposterous trying to get into a good position. But Roach is just streaming across the middle of the map from all the larvae back home in the Orange Zerg base. The Amazon Zerg has taken down the Zynga Zerg's third base. And there is going to be a miracle as the only thing in the way of Metzelmatz taking this game. And there it looks like the Banelings just run headlong into the Roaches. And the good game, Amazon manages to take down Zynga, meaning that in today's week number 8 After Hours Gaming League cast, Amazon takes the victory 3-2. And just for the record, this cast, you might even view as being casted via Amazon Prime because it came to your doorstep instantly for free. You didn't even have to pay the shipping cost for that victory. As we step over to the standings, we see that Zynga, who was 2-0, is now 2-1. Amazon, who is 1-1, has now given themselves a solid shot at being in the top 2 of Division 4. And for now, that means that I am Day 9, and this will conclude the cast of the After Hours Gaming League Week 8. Go to afterhoursgaming.tv for all your coverage, replays, and of course, information about the teams. Once again, these teams are playing for charity. Amazon playing for Child's Play, and Zynga playing for Save the Children. Feel free to support your favorite team's charity simply by donating and letting them know where it came from. Good night, everyone. You're all very pretty, and I had fun casting for you. Cheers.